Let me ask you a question. What would you attempt if you knew, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you could not fail? Would you start that business? Ask for that promotion? Finally share your art with the world? Or maybe, just maybe, look in the mirror and say, "I am enough," and truly believe it? Confidence isn't magic. It's not a gift reserved for the chosen few. It's science. And today, we're going to dissect that science, neuron by neuron, habit by habit, to rebuild your self-belief from the ground up. Let's start by dismantling the biggest lie society ever sold us. Confidence is something you're born with. Confidence is a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned, practiced, and mastered. Think about Michael Jordan. Most people don't know this, but Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. The coach told him he wasn't good enough, but Jordan didn't resign himself to the story that he lacked talent. Instead, he spent that summer taking 500 shots a day. 500! By the time he stepped back on the court, his hands were calloused, his legs were sore, but his confidence was unshakable. Why? Because he'd proven to himself, through relentless action, that he could improve. This is the first law of confidence. Confidence isn't the absence of fear, it's the presence of proof. Let's get under the hood. Your brain is a prediction machine. Every second, it's asking, based on past evidence, what's likely to happen next? If your brain predicts success, it releases dopamine, the go-get-it chemical. If it predicts failure, hello, cortisol, the stress hormone that screams, abort mission. But here's the game changer. Your brain's predictions aren't fixed. They're shaped by what neuroscientists call neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on experience. Every time you take a brave action, no matter how small, you're literally etching new neural pathways. You're teaching your brain, this is possible. Take the amygdala, your brain's fear center. When you avoid risks, the amygdala grows louder, like a hyperactive alarm system. But when you lean into discomfort, say, speaking up in a meeting or tackling a hard workout, the prefrontal cortex, your logical CEO, takes charge. Over time, the amygdala's screams fade into whispers. Confidence isn't something you find. It's something you build through a simple three-step loop. 1. Action. 2. Evidence. 3. Belief. Let's break this down. In 2010, psychologist Dr. Albert Bandura studied survivors of natural disasters. He found that those who took any action during the crisis, even something as small as helping a neighbor, recovered their confidence faster. Why? Because action creates evidence. Evidence rewrites your story. Here's your challenge. Start small, but start now. If you're terrified of public speaking, start by voicing an opinion in a Zoom call. If you're afraid to write, publish one paragraph on social media. If you hate your body, stand in front of the mirror and say one kind thing. These micro-actions are like depositing pennies into a confidence bank account. Over time, they compound. Let's talk habits. Confidence isn't a mood, it's a lifestyle. Here's what the research says. 1. Body language, the power pose phenomenon. Harvard psychologist Amy Cuddy found that holding a power pose, think Wonder Woman stance, for 2 minutes increases testosterone, confidence hormone, by 20% and reduces cortisol by 15%. Your body shapes your mind. Stand tall. Speak slowly. Own your space. 2. Self-talk. Rewrite your inner narrative. Your brain believes what you tell it. A University of Pennsylvania study showed that replacing "I can't" with "I haven't yet" boosts perseverance by 40%. Instead of "I'm terrible at this," try "I'm learning, and that's okay." Motivational speaker Mel Robbins teaches that courage is a 5-second decision. When you feel hesitation, count backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. This interrupts overthinking and forces action. Stanford research reveals that confidence is contagious. Spend time with people who reflect back your potential, not your doubts. As author Jim Rohn said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Here's a truth bomb. You will fail." And that's fantastic. Dr. Carol Dweck's groundbreaking work on the growth mindset shows that viewing failure as data, not destiny, is the hallmark of resilient confidence. Thomas Edison didn't fail 1,000 times inventing the light bulb. He found 1,000 ways it didn't work. J.K. Rowling was a broke single mother when publishers rejected Harry Potter 12 times. But each rejection became fuel. She later said, "Failure stripped away everything inessential. It taught me I had a strong will and more discipline than I'd suspected." Your turn. Next time you fail, ask, "What did I learn? How can I adjust?" What's the next step? Self-doubt is natural. But here's the key. Don't argue with the voice in your head. Outwork it. When Serena Williams steps onto the court, she's not thinking, "I hope I win." She's thinking, "I've trained 10,000 hours for this. My body knows what to do." Confidence is the residue of preparation. So prepare, train, study, practice. And when doubt creeps in, say, "Thank you for trying to protect me, but I've got this." Let's return to my opening question. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? I'll tell you what's on the other side of that question. Freedom. Purpose. A life where you're no longer imprisoned by what-ifs. But here's the secret. You don't need certainty to begin. You just need the courage to take the first step and trust that the next step will appear. So today, I'm inviting you to 1. Define your micro-action. What's one tiny, brave thing you can do in the next 24 hours? 2. Embrace the loop. Action, evidence, belief. Repeat. 3. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Remember, confidence isn't about being loud. It's about being solid, unshakable, like a tree with roots so deep, no storm can topple it. You're capable of more than you know. The science proves it. The stories of history's greatest achievers prove it. Now it's your turn to prove it to yourself. So go on, take the shot. The world is waiting for the real you, the unshakable you, to step forward. And when you do, we'll be here, cheering you on.